WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Tommy Lopez. For people in Webster County, 6 years ago today is a day they'll never forget. An EF3 tornado tore through their community, leaving a path of destruction and impacting their lives forever. Our Victoria Bailey traveled to the areas there that were hit hardest by that storm, and she finds out how life has changed since then.
We're still recovering from it today.
Webster County 911 Director Jimmy McLemore says he remembers April 27th, 2011 like it was yesterday.
We had damage here. Our communications tower had actually blown down. Of course, we didn't have any lights at that time either, so our communications through our center was pretty much cut off.
McLemore says the storm came quickly and was widespread. Even emergency responders needed help.
We had to try to get emergency services to different areas, and that was a struggle because most of the roads in that area were blocked by trees. So we had to get other crews in there to cut the trees down to get the fire departments and the ambulances in.
I didn't have to cut them down. Mother Nature took them when it came through. It got every tree in my yard.
Lee Gilliland is the Matheson Fire Chief. He says there was a lot to learn from this event, but it was a lesson that hit close to home for his family.
I had a big tree in my house that was nearly the death of one of my sons.
One person died that day in Webster County. Close to 15 others were injured and more than 200 structures sustained damage. In addition to the destruction, the storm left behind a lot of fear.
When we get a weather warning notice, it just pretty much scares us to death. You know, okay, what's coming this time? You know, what are we going to have? So we're all keyed up and kind of expecting the worst every time.
And Gilliland says it was a tragic event, but it brought out the best in people.
Our community come together real well. I mean, then we realized that the school was hit pretty hard, so we tried to get units to start working that way. So all in all, you know, it's been a long time coming back, but we've come back stronger and a much closer-knit family as far as community-wise here.
As a result of that tornado in 2011, the 911 Center received new equipment, and Webster County joined the Code Red system. That same day, an EF5 tornado tore through the town of Smithville. 16 people died, and the storm destroyed more than 160 homes, businesses, and other buildings. Since then, the Monroe County town has been making a comeback. The town has a new town hall and has rebuilt homes and churches. But something as simple as buying groceries still requires an out-of-town trip.
Big chain stores, they want to do a survey, and I don't mind a survey. But let's go beyond our city limits. We're only 1 square mile. Let's get beyond that. Let's go into outlying communities right outside of southern Etowah County, over close to the Alabama line, down toward Amory, out toward Hatley, Greenwood Springs, that area. Let's involve all that in there, and we will have the rooftops and households to justify that.
After the tornado, the town drew up new building codes, which has led to better housing. So our weather tonight. Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson is in with us. Keith, we are clear tonight.
No problems whatsoever, Tommy. Currently in Columbus, crystal clear conditions. We are looking at chilly temperatures relative to where we have been recently, 57 degrees. The dew point fairly low, but mid-50s, it's about where we're going to be tonight for our lows. And we may drop a few more degrees here, but generally speaking, mid-50s and upper 50s for our lows tonight. But it's much warmer toward south, and that warm air is coming up north tomorrow with a warm front that will be moving on in. We're looking at some mid to upper 80s here in our forecast area on Friday, Tommy, with some breezy conditions, maybe a shower or storm, but there are opportunities for that this weekend. More in just a few minutes.
People in Starkville enjoyed some homegrown home cooking tonight. They got a chance to keep things fresh. Some of the city's top chefs came together for the annual Farm to Fork fundraiser. People that ate there got a 7-course meal. It was made almost entirely from ingredients that local producers were growing. The money raised went to operating costs for Starkville's community market.
This event is really special because it really shows the authenticity of the culinary community in Starkville. We feature 5 different chefs, and what they do is they serve a dish that 90% of the dish has to be from the local farmers market. So it's really special that our chefs buy from our farmers here, and this event just really celebrates that.
And the Starkville Community Market is open on Tuesday evenings, and the Saturday market will begin May 6th. Hundreds of nurses, social workers, professionals, and caregivers learned how to better meet the needs of senior citizens. ICC's Belden campus hosted the annual Northeast Mississippi Conference on Aging. Experts briefed the group on a variety of topics, from health and fitness to changes in licensing for assisted living homes. Organizers say that this event can help prepare people to care for seniors.
Our goal is that the people who are attending our conference will then go back out into their communities and share information that they've received today to improve and enhance the lives of older adults throughout northern Mississippi.
And more than 30 vendors were there, representing a wide variety of products and service providers.
We had the waxing crescent moon shining overhead this evening. There it is right there with that crystal clear sky. Pretty nice out there. Obviously, stay connected with us here on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our handle, WCBI Weather. Our email address, weather@wcbi.com. Your full forecast is next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Let's talk about the weekend. It is Thursday night, so we have to look forward to the weekend. Saturday around 90, breezy and warm, maybe a passing shower, but basically dry for us. A much better chance. Look at that 100% chance of rain on Sunday. Some heavy rain likely. And in addition to that, the risk for some strong to severe storms. This is our Alpha Insurance time lapse from Columbus today. You can see some of those clouds going away. We started out overcast, a few spotty showers, and then, just like magic, we really got into that sunshine this afternoon. It actually turned out to be a pretty nice day with highs in the low 70s. A pretty nice day to go out to New Hope Elementary. There are some great second graders. We had a great discussion about weather today, how we put the forecast together, and severe weather. This is severe weather season. They're doing a weather unit right now, so thanks a lot for your hospitality in New Hope today. Temperatures tomorrow for Friday as we wrap up the work week, mid to upper 80s around here. So today we were right around 70. Tomorrow we are back in the mid to upper 80s. It will be windy, it will be warmer, more cloud cover, and a chance for a passing shower or storm. The storms we had yesterday evening, that system is still hanging tough here in parts of Georgia and southeastern Alabama. The front has hung up, but that front is actually swinging back to the north later tonight and tomorrow. You can see this warm front. Where is it? There it goes. We may see some showers or thunder shower with the front as it moves on through, but you will notice warmer, more humid air in less than 24 hours. Now let's talk about the weekend in detail. Sunday, several inches of rain possible. That could give rise to some flooding and also the risk for severe weather as well. Right now that dry air is in place. It's pretty nice out there. But as we go throughout the next few days, we tap into this tropical moisture coming in from the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. And that will team up with this area of low pressure that will come out of the Rockies and the high plains, and that's going to give the chance for severe weather to our region here by Sunday. Now, the strongest storms over the next couple of days will be just to our northwest here, really in Tennessee and Missouri and Arkansas late tomorrow and Saturday, and back to our west Saturday evening and Saturday night. But there's the area of low pressure for Sunday, and during the course of the day, we will have some heavy rain, some showers and storms. We hope to refine this forecast a little bit more so later on tonight. For sunrise, Alex will have the latest update. And of course, I'll have the latest update with some additional information tomorrow evening. So that's the way it's shaping up. We'll have a bit of a break early next week and then another system by the middle of next week.
Okay, so in the midst of these two storms, yesterday and Sunday, it's staying pretty warm.
That's right. It is just going to be like early summer around here starting tomorrow.
All right, Keith, thank you. We'd like to announce another pre-qualifier for a chance to win a made-over 2004 Nissan Titan. Jack Marshall from Columbus also has a chance to win our Crank It Up contest. Jack registered at Bloomer's Nursery in Caledonia. You can find out how to register on our website. And people can also qualify at the Market Street Festival. That's where we'll ultimately give away that truck. That's May 6th. Coming up tonight in sports, we have an update from the first round of tonight's NFL draft. And we're talking about some Ole Miss kids. That's coming up tonight.
WCBI First Alert Weather School is brought to you by Emerson Animal Hospital in West Point. Watching WCBI News at 10 with Tommy Lopez.
In tonight's Health Talk with Baptist, Baptist is taking a look at treatments for spring allergies.
What are some treatments for spring allergies? The best way to stay allergy-free is to avoid pollen as much as possible. Take these measures to keep pollen out of your home. Keep your windows and outside doors closed. Do not use window or attic fans during pollen season if possible. Roll up your car windows when driving. Dry clothing and bedding in the dryer, and don't hang clothes outside. Remember that pets can bring pollen inside on their fur, so don't allow pets that spend time outdoors in your bedroom. We treat spring allergies with a number of over-the-counter prescription drugs. Over-the-counter allergy drugs are effective for many people and include nasal steroid sprays, which reduce inflammation. Antihistamines reduce sneezing, sniffling, and itching by lowering the amount of histamine in the body. Over-the-counter antihistamines often make you feel sleepy or tired, but many non-drowsy formulas are now available. Decongestants clear mucus out of the nasal passageways to relieve congestion and swelling. Decongestant nasal sprays relieve congestion and may clear clogged nasal passages faster than oral decongestants. Allergy testing is recommended in some cases, which helps determine what you're allergic to. This can help better individualize your treatment through avoidance, medication timing, or immunotherapy. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle.
Coming up, a big night at the NFL Draft, plus a special evening of playoff baseball and fast pitch. All the highlights are next in sports.
Here's WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe.
We start in the NFL, and how about this? Eli Manning getting a fellow Rebel joining him in New York. That's Evan Ingram, who was taken 23rd by the New York Giants in tonight's NFL Draft. Many draft prognostications had Ingram being a second-round pick, but a surge of offensive talent being selected also helped former Ole Miss Rebel get into the first round. Ingram joins Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard as receivers for the New York Giants, and Mike Mayock called Evan Ingram a matchup nightmare, and we tend to agree, as we've seen many times at Ole Miss. Other first-round selections from tonight, which is still going on, by the way. Myles Garrett went #1. You see Mitch Trubisky. The Bears traded up to get him. Titans went with Corey Davis, big receiver from Western Michigan. Saints went with Marshawn Lattimore out of Ohio State. You don't see too many Alabama guys. They didn't go until 16. Marlon Humphrey was the first Bama guy off the board. Then it was Jonathan Allen, and then O.J. Howard after that to Tampa Bay. Titans also picked up Adoree Jackson, talented DB from USC. Reuben Foster still not off the board as of yet. Saints will have the final pick in the first round, by the way. Well, SEC baseball really starting to heat up as we are in the tail end of the season. Ole Miss had a big-time series starting off tonight in Fayetteville against a top 15 foe in Arkansas. To Baum Stadium we go, and, well, it's named Baum Stadium, and Ole Miss was dropping bombs on the Razorbacks. That's Tim Rowe. Row the boats. Two-run shot to right. Rebels take a 2-0 lead after 2. In the 8th, you see it's now a 2-1 game. 1 on for Colby Bortles, who is also going yard on a 2-run shot. It's 4-1 Ole Miss. You thought the home runs were done? No. I led off with it's Baum Stadium. The bombs were dropping, and they kept coming in the 9th. Tate Blackman. That's 2-run Tater to right center. It's now 7-1 Ole Miss. Did I by any chance mention they were 2-run home runs in this highlight? Colby Bortles does it again. The Colby Jack going 2 shots on the night as the Rebels win 9-1. Not pictured, James MacArthur through 8 innings gave up 1 hit, which was a solo home run, by the way. Rebels back in action tomorrow in a doubleheader. To playoff baseball from Thursday night, a beautiful evening for baseball. Playoff action, Tupelo taking on Warren Central, and the home team jumped on top early. Bases loaded, nobody out. Charlie Greer to right center. That'd be plenty deep for the hit, and that would score runs as Tupelo takes the lead. Then Jackson Bridges hits a frozen rope into the gap in right center. 2 would come home. By the way, Jackson Bridges also pitched a no-hitter tonight. So you know at this point, Tupelo's going to win because they've got runs on the board, and LeBryant Siddell would add another run. This one going into left. That would allow another one to come home. Tupelo wins 5-0. Game 2 is tomorrow night at Warren Central. Over to Nettleton as the Tigers were facing New Site. First time ever in the baseball playoffs for the Royals. Top 4 for New Site, no score. David Dickerson, a liner towards second. Great play by the infielder, but that ball would get away, so we got a runner on first. Easton Fitzsimmons is up. The lost art of the bunt, but actually Colton Osborne making a great play, doubling off the run at first, which would end the threat for the Tigers. Now bottom 4 for Nettleton. Bases loaded. David Oswald, a liner to center. That's a base knock. Osborne would come home to score 1-0 lead for the Tigers. And still in the inning, Cameron Kruber, liner to short. New Site would try to start the double play, but that ball gets away. Chase Scruggs and Dylan Gillentine would score. Nettleton would get the win over New Site, 6-0. And lastly, at North Pontotoc, facing Belmont. What a series this went, all the way to 3 games. Bottom 2 here for North Pontotoc. Runner at second, that's Gracie Griggs, ripping a shot into left. Caitlin Matthews going to round third. She's going to score. North Pontotoc takes a 1-0 lead. Top 3, Belmont would have the answer. Runner on second, Olivia Rooker.